We arrive on scene, a very low-key type of situation. Go to like the back alley, and they take us to like this back door, and that's where you guys see us walking in.
Back area for the Q&A, straight to the back area for the Q&A.
Yeah, it was close to Halloween because it was like a Dia de los Muertos type of theme.
They have this thing on the wall. It says, "Let us bid farewell to the black mamba as he fades away into the darkness." Something to that
Yeah,
effect.
that's pretty eerie right now. We're all talking about, the death of his career as a basketball player, but like the beginning of him as a businessman. We go in, there's a huge book, sign-in sheet pretty much. We just signed our names, gold net, thanking Kobe for, his basketball career and inspiration and, giving us the Mamba mentality.
Everybody's invited to the back where Kobe's gonna do like an interview segment. Let's get into that, and you guys check out what Kobe had to say regarding his retirement and his plans heading forward as a businessman.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Kobe Bryant.
Yeah! All right, Kobe!
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
All right.
So Kobe, what have you been up to since Mamba Day?
Just relaxing, trying not to gain 100 pounds. No, just trying to just stay active and just working on what comes next.
What has changed for you since then? What's a little bit different in your routine? Give us a run through.
Yeah, well, I mean, typically, I wake up early in the morning. I'm already training, like a maniac. Now, I don't have to do that anymore, right? So I can wake up in the morning and I can, work out and not kill myself, and I don't have to come down to practice and practice for 3 hours and then come home and take 5 ice baths and stretch, all that crazy stuff. So, I mean, that's been a big change.
Okay, I want to know the inspiration behind Kobe AD.
Well, it's a concept that kind of came to me years ago, in thinking about the end of my career, and it almost feeling like a death because I've been playing basketball for so long. It's kind of, it's really become, it was my life for a while, and so to walk away from that kind of has that death experience, right? And so, what does that mean? Can we move on from that? What comes after that? How do you progress from that? And that's when that idea kind of hit me. The basketball player is now done. It's retired, right? So now we have to move on to the next phase. What does that mean?
So you say basketball life is over. Expand on that. What does that mean to you, Kobe?
Well, that means I'm not having to obsess over winning the championship that particular year, you know what I mean? Or focus on dealing with the Russell Westbrooks of the world, the Kawhi Leonards. I don't have to focus on dealing with them. I can instead help out a lot of the younger guys around the league and help them carry forward some of the things that I've learned throughout my career.
Now this event, of course, we know lands on Dia de los Muertos. How has it helped inspire this event? As we look around and see all the decor, and it's
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an appreciation of the light and the dark. You can't have one without the other. It's life and death, and finding the beauty of both of those things. And I felt like this would be the perfect time to launch this idea and this philosophy, because we do have to appreciate both things. It's kind of you're a little worried and a little afraid when the end is coming, but if you can find the beauty in the end, then I think you're much better off for it.
This is such a source of inspiration and empowerment. How would Kobe explain this to us?
Well, it's a great feeling. It means that I've done something more than just put balls in the basket and be able to inspire the next generation. But the Mamba mentality is simply wanting to reach your fullest potential and not being afraid to go after it, to reach your fullest potential. It's those moments where self-doubt may linger, you don't know if you'll succeed or fail, but you try anyway. To me, that's what Mamba mentality represents at its core.
So when you're encouraging other athletes, how do you get them to tap into their Mamba mentality?
Well, you get them to stay in the moment. You know what I mean? Just focus on the here and now, you know, a lot of times our imagination gets the best of us. You're thinking, okay, if I miss a shot, it's going to be doom and gloom, and your mind starts playing tricks on you. If you just focus on the moment where you are, you have a shot, you take it, you have a pass, you make it. You simplify things like that, the results tend to come.
You're the best of the best. A lot of athletes look at you as their idol, their inspiration. When you go in and you start working with these players, what inspired you to go back and help?
Well, yeah, I had a lot of help along the way. I had really, really amazing mentors. You know, some of the greatest players of all time I could call and they give me great advice. So I feel like it's only right that I pay that forward. And truthfully, I enjoy it. And I enjoy being here with the guys and working them through certain things and you know, answering some of the questions and some of the issues that I saw when I was coming up.
Do you see yourself continuing to work with these athletes in the offseason?
Oh, sure. You know, they can call me anytime, and they know that, and they do. And in the summer, they'll come out to OC, and you know, we'll be in the gym right down the street from my house, and we'll put the work in.
Kobe, thank you for today. Thank you for the mamba mentality, that strive for constant improvement. Thank you for our championships. Thank you as a Laker fan, and just thank you for again, the inspiration, the motivation to constantly strive to be our very best.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you guys all for being here today. We have to give a special thank you to Mr. Cartoon and Patrick Martinez, who are also LA natives. I know big Laker fans for their special art pieces inspired by Kobe's AD. They're going to be hanging around in the back if you have some questions, want to ask about their art. And once again, 24 forever in our hearts, Kobe.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
We're now going to start the one-on-one question section of the Heat of That morning.
So they come up to the media and they're like, okay, you guys can go line up. And I just rush straight to the front. I look to my right. I see Sam B. I'm like, oh, dude, we're in it, bro. As soon as Kobe came out, he took his seat and he sees me and Sam. He sees us and, man, he gives us the nod of, like, recognition. I know you guys.
Questions need to stick with the experience and the shoe. No personal questions, please.
Oh yeah, we're getting, either you get one question in or we're gonna both try to get a question in, but either way we cannot leave without at least getting one question for Golden. One of the first questions was talking about like Kobe's relationship with Russell Westbrook.
It seems like he's another mamba. Well, I mean, you know, his mentality is extremely aggressive. He plays with that passion, right, that rage. He's a really hard worker. Now, we were set to work out at 6. And, we got there at 5. We got there at 5. He was working out, I was shooting, stretching out, and doing extra things before I even got there. He's serious.
So Rick brings up the shoes, and Kobe gives us the money shot. He picks up the shoes.
Oh yeah.
And he displays them for us right to our cameras.
Kobe, quick question. The difference between the Kobe 9s Elites to the new ADs, other than the high ankle guard, in terms of support, what's the biggest difference between these shoes and the Kobe 9s?
Well, it's not a big change from the progression of that until where we are here. I think what we've tried to do is improve the heel cup, making the heel cup more comfortable, more flexible. One of the things that you know when you go to the low cut shoes, the stability of the ankle, right? But the stability of the ankle doesn't come from the high top; it actually comes from the heel, right? So how can we create a supportive heel lock that's actually softer and less rigid? And you know, it's those little things that we try to progress from shoe to shoe, and then drop something that is completely different and hopefully game changing, right? So we want to progress on the technology and innovations that we've created while also releasing products that are completely new.
I was very curious to know what Kobe's thought process was about entrepreneurship and being a businessman. It was almost like Kobe knew what challenges we were facing and what advice to give us.
Kobe, what kind of challenges you run into as a businessman as opposed to a basketball player?
Patience, right? You have patience. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can do. but I'd much rather have a focus and picking very, very few things to do. Do those few things to the best of your capabilities, which takes time, right? So we could have a lot of products out in the market. I could probably executive produce a lot of shows and a lot of content, but refuse to do so. I'd rather take the long approach and focus on very few things and hopefully have those things be excellent.
I was so nervous that that I was talking to Kobe Bryant that if you look at my footage, I'm so nervous. My camera's literally shaking. My heart was racing that fast.
What a moment for us, though, because Sam and I were definitely talking about how starting the company was definitely inspired by Kobe. So, and what name better fitting than Gold Net for a character like Kobe, you know? So somebody who's just a winner, champion, mamba mentality. And we were talking earlier that year about, all right, man, you know, going into the end of the year, you know, we got to meet Kobe, or going into the new year, we're going to have to meet Kobe. And we just kept talking about it, kind of a, you know, speak it into existence type of thing. To be at 2 feet away from him and to have that nod of acknowledgement, like he recognized us and our hustle, that right there was a moment I'll never forget for sure.
Kobe was definitely the inspiration behind Gold Net. I mean, there's no question. All the Laker games, all the playoff games and celebrations and all of that, Gold Net would not exist if it was not for Kobe Bryant.
All the adversity he overcame, especially with the injury after injury after injury, and just playing through it all. And I mean, the guy took 2 free throws after tearing his Achilles. Like, who was more badass than that?
No one. Thank you guys for tuning in to GoldNet on YouTube. If you appreciate content like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you can catch content like this in the future. And to support the channel, feel free to get yourself a piece of fresh GoldNet apparel at goldnetbasketball.com. Every purchase allows us to continue to create free content for you guys, as well as a percentage of all proceeds will be donated to benefit the basketball community. See you guys on the next one.